Hi, I'm Maisie. Welcome to my rented home.
Just like shake out your nerves. Hello everybody, welcome to How I Rent. This is the 6th episode and today I am at Maisie's gorgeous home. Now Maisie is not afraid of colour, but I really want to talk to you about your design choices and how you came to be in this gorgeous flat.
Oh, well. I've been here about a year,
Okay.
and it's just me and my boyfriend. Before that, I was house sharing, and we all know the joys of house sharing.
Was that in Birmingham?
Yeah, it was
Okay.
just down the road in King's Heath. And I tried to make it my own, but you know, when you only have a room and then the rest of the space is communal, it's difficult to kind of put your own spin on things.
I agree.
And when we moved in, it was just a blank canvas, everything was white. So it was just a good opportunity to start introducing colour by picking out some nice bits of artwork and hanging them around and doing things like, simple things like spraying the frames that the artwork was going to go in.
Yeah.
Is a good way to add pops of colour.
And I will say that you are like the queen of contact paper, sticky vinyl, what they call it, and
Oh,
also
no.
washi tape. Like I've never seen a house transformed in this way.
Yeah, it is a great way because you can just peel it off if you're not sure about it or you've got to move out eventually. It's just a case of peeling it off. Obviously, I always recommend practicing it first. You don't want to stick something on them, realise that it's going to peel off half of the wallpaper or paint. But it's the perfect way to introduce pattern and colour into a rented property.
And what do you like? What is your daytime job?
So I work for a well-known store that's global, but I work in the Birmingham store
Okay.
where I'm part of the creative department. So we do stuff like mannequin dressing, window displays, all the kind of like graphics and signage aspects of like the day-to-day running.
So you basically get to be creative.
Yeah, it's
Which is
quite
nice.
yeah, it's fun to have like a day job that allows me to be creative and work with, you know, clothes and colours and there's definitely creativity in it.
And also I was saying earlier, because your mum also has a very sort of similar style to you. And I saw her because you shared her on Instagram, and her house was just amazing.
Yeah.
So was that your childhood home? Like, did you grow up?
It wasn't, no. I did live there for a while. We lived in a different house growing up that was still known by our friends and relatives as being this like crazy, wacky house with crazy wallpaper, and we had like a castle in the garden, a jukebox in the front room, and it was a bit mad.
Yeah. But fun.
But totally fun. Like
Yeah.
all my friends loved coming over, and then the house she's in now is just incredible. It's out of this world.
Do you feel like that has influenced your choices today?
Definitely. Yeah.
Renting, buying.
Yeah.
What's the grand plan?
Oh gosh.
Yeah.
I mean, we've only been here a year,
Yeah.
and as you know, as much as I'd love to be moving out next year into my own permanent place, I'm still really happy here.
Yeah.
And me and my boyfriend enjoy doing things like going on holiday and, you know, treating ourselves to things. So if that means we're maybe going to delay the process of buying a little bit longer, then that's fine with us because we're really happy living here.
Yeah. Your landlady, is it through an agency or is it?
Yeah, so we rent through an agency, but we've got to know the landlord recently, and they are really happy with what we're doing with the flat. They can tell that we love living here and we want to make it a nice place.
Yeah. Like when I first walked into this house, because it was quite early in the morning for me. I was just like so taken aback by everything you've done. Like it was just a full force. Like oh my god, wow! Through the whole video, with the whole like day to day, I've just been saying wow, wow, because honestly, that's how I feel.
Thanks.
It's such a comfortable home, and like me, I tend to just like really pare back my colours because I find it quite overwhelming.
Yeah.
But in this house, I don't feel overwhelmed at all. In fact,
Oh,
I feel like I could just like sleep here.
Oh, good. You're
Adopt
welcome to.
Yeah, so that's really nice. I think if you're definitely with colour, it's always good to make sure that it's like you can mix colours together and different patterns and clash them at times, but you need to make sure that you enjoy it, because if it's too overwhelming for you, then you won't feel relaxed in your home.
Definitely.
That makes sense.
Yeah, I think that's why it's fortunate that the house is white, because it is just a blank canvas and it's allowed me to introduce lots of bits of colour without it being too much if there was a wallpaper behind that, or like a colour, like a like a painted wall.
So where can we find you online?
You can find me on my Instagram page,
Okay.
which is Maisie_Violet_Reese, and I'm soon going to be launching a website, and I'm hoping to kind of explore my upcycling a bit more. Like you've seen some of the furniture that around the flat that I've done myself, but I'd love to do some classes potentially locally in and around Birmingham.
We need that here, so I think that would be...
Yeah, I think that would be a great thing to do. But yeah, just keep your eyes peeled basically.
Good. We're about to go and have a look around Maisie's home. If you like this video, please leave a thumbs up and a comment. And of course, if you haven't seen the past videos, just scroll back and subscribe. So we are in your fantastic living room.
Stop.
Tell me about this space.
So it's kind of in your face, quite colourful. I love kind of like investing in artists and local artists.
And that's what...
yeah, and this is kind of, this sort of gallery wall is a collection of some of my favourite artists.
And tell me about your cushions, because your cushions are so colourful and pattern is your thing.
Yeah, well clearly, yeah. It's just a good way to kind of bring colour to a room, isn't it? And I didn't want a patterned sofa, and obviously because most of the room is white, it was just a great way to kind of add a bit of fun and colour and cheekiness.
How comfortable is that sofa? Can you show me?
Very.
Is it really comfortable?
It's very, yeah, and I've got this little footstool.
Ooh, nice. I was saying earlier that I really like this footstool.
It's great.
And you said that somebody locally had...
Yeah, so it's locally made by some people in the West Midlands, and it was really reasonably priced, made to order, choose whatever fabric you want, and the guy actually came and delivered it.
I think it's gorgeous.
Is
that so? What is this? Is this like a little TV?
Yes, this is from Made. It's I
that's
would
nice.
open it, but it's just full of.
Is it meant to be a TV cabinet?
Yeah, it is, I think.
Nice.
Yeah, it's handy. Yeah, it's got the bit at the back that you can just shovel the cords in. So yeah, I've got the mantelpiece. I kind of wanted to make this a feature. So also we moved in here. The picture rail wasn't painted; that was white. And I kind of took inspiration from Wendy Morrison Designs. I don't know if you know her, she does these amazing rugs, they're like out of this world.
Ooh, I have to look her up.
Yeah, you should. And I just saw a picture of her house and she did a similar thing, and it was really simple, but it like changed the room completely.
It's very dramatic.
Yeah.
I mean, and it's just a strip literally across the room.
That's all it is, and it kind of like defines the room.
And this light over here, that is, where's that from?
That's just from eBay.
Really?
The girls sign, yeah. It's just from eBay.
Okay, was it expensive?
It really wasn't. It was like 50 quid,
Ooh,
which
that's
you probably spend on
good
like
for a neon light.
lamp.
Yeah.
Right.
And another sofa, and is this velvet?
Yeah, that's velvet.
Oh, that's nice.
This, interesting story behind this, I got this chair out of a skip.
Did you?
Oh, it did look like this.
Okay.
I got two of them. I was on my way home, saw this hotel in town, checking out some chairs. So I went to the reception, said, can I have those?
Yeah.
And so I took 2 home, and they were this like horrible blue colour, but I knew that one day I'd eventually get them upholstered. Wall isn't finished yet.
Yeah.
But these again are just stuff that's kind of, a couple have been found in charity shops locally. This I brought off Marcy K.
This one here?
Yes, velvet.
Wow, I love it.
And she was getting rid of some stuff to help pay for her studio.
What's that phrase? One man's treasure is another
man. One man's trash, another man's treasure.
That is it, yeah. One thing I love about this space, Maisie, is that you have basically decked it out with all of these like vintage, upcycled finds.
That whole thing about renting and how, you know, especially like, I don't know, in your mid-30s, like you know, you should be buying or whatever. But then you see people who do buy and they don't really do anything with it, and it's such a shame, because you shouldn't just wait until you've got somewhere that's permanent. You should kind of be practicing it when you're renting, and anywhere that you live you should be making it your own and making it an extension of who you are. I just find it a real shame when people don't do that, or when they do that, but it just looks the same as everywhere else.
Yeah.
I just don't want to live anywhere that looks the same as everyone else's house. And
that's also people jumping on trends as well. Like, you know, I said to you earlier about Instagram, it can really influence your choices. Yeah. And I think you really need to step back and just think, what do I like? What makes me feel happy when you're decorating? Definitely.
And I get that it's not everyone's taste. Like, I totally get that. But as long as it's mine and I'm happy to wake up here every day, then that's all that really matters.
Yeah, I really like the idea that you have ledges above your doorways, especially.
Some really nice features within the house itself, and I'm trying to take advantage of them and try and use them as much as I can. So each door has kind of like a ledge either on the back or the front, and the windows have a ledge at the top that I want to try and put some plants on or some ornaments.
Yeah.
But
perfect
really
for
nice.
small spaces, isn't it?
Definitely. So this is the boudoir, the bedroom.
Nice.
So we're in a ground floor flat, so we've got this lovely kind of window and doorway that leads into our garden. But I kind of went with the same theme as the living room, where I did the black picture rail, and it was very much like lots of pops of colour with obviously prints and frames and a neon light, which I need to turn on.
Ooh, can't wait to see this.
So there we go.
Wow. And again, was this off eBay?
Yeah, this chair here was a bargain Facebook find. I try and source a lot of stuff through like secondhand, like Facebook Marketplace or eBay, charity shops. So
that's the best way to shop, I think.
Because you know you're going to probably get something that's one-off or get it a lot cheaper.
I was going to ask you also, the border, did you do that?
Yeah.
Maisie, you're so clever.
So that's another kind of like vinyl washi tape idea that I had. Just wanted to create some sort of like detail on the wall. I really love like panelled walls, and I just thought this would kind of be like an easy kind of way to replicate that.
If you had owned a house, you probably would decorate a bit differently.
Yeah, I think when you rent, I think you just kind of work with what you've got, and you kind of use the space kind of to your advantage, but you're still limited on a lot of stuff, depending on how flexible your landlord is. And you kind of know that at the end of it, you're going to, depending on how much work you put into it, whether you put wallpaper up or you paint, you know that it's not going to last forever and that you are going to have to change it.
Oh, my beating heart. Look at this wall. Wow. Wow. And tell us exactly what you've used for this wall, Maisie.
So this wall is just vinyl. So contact paper, like self-adhesive paper, whatever you'll call it. And it's just strips that I've cut up and stuck on. And that's kind of like the beauty of it, because it just comes in a roll. And if you just think of a pattern or kind of like a shape, or even if you see the wallpaper that you really like,
Yeah.
you can recreate it.
How did you get it so straight though? What did you do?
This was just a case of getting a piece.
Yeah.
And then, so the first piece I put on was straight, and then I'd put another piece on, and then that's when I know, that's when it would give me the kind of width
Right,
to then apply
okay.
the other piece.
Right, okay.
So if you just have a spare piece on you at all times and pop that wherever you need to then place the next piece.
I also spot IKEA here.
Yes, yeah, the IKEA trolley.
So you painted it, did you?
Yeah, that was just sprayed. I'd quite like to get another one for the kitchen, but yeah, that's a nice little feature, kind of mini cocktail bar. So yeah, I got the pink chair in the front room, was obviously from a skip originally before it got upholstered, and this is the other one. This one I couldn't afford to get upholstered as of yet anyway. So this was just a case of painting it black with kind of like a watered down.
Oh wow.
A watered down
Chalk paint.
Yeah, chalk paint.
I've done this before. It's quite clever.
I think as long as you want it dark,
Yeah.
then it'll work. And then just went over it with a chalk marker for the kind of like leopard print pattern, and then obviously used the fringing that I've got 1 million meters of.
Did you seal it after the?
Yes, yeah, I used actually just used a spray.
Okay.
And that seemed to work.
So tips, you can actually paint fabric.
Yeah.
You can do it.
Yeah.
So yeah,
So you could do that with like a footstool or like a chair or a smaller like dining room chair. But those you can do.
Yeah, and it's quite comfortable as well. This is like a really common
I
theme.
have too much time on my hands. These are definitely not all my books.
Right.
Max is a chef.
Oh, okay.
All,
that is nice.
Yeah,
do you get
all,
like lovely cooked
I
meals?
get lovely cooked meals all the time.
Oh, that is a dream.
Yeah, I'm really lucky in that sense. So they're all of his lovely, brightly coloured cookbooks. And then just a couple of my kind of like interior-y, decorated ones. So this kind of washi tape is a great way to kind of do a feature wall without actually kind of like damaging the wall. And the tape is also kind of like a talking point in itself. You can get lots of different colours and patterns, and it looks pretty cute. So this is the kitchen. I really didn't think I'd be able to put my own stamp on this kitchen because there was hardly anything to do with it. It's kind of not like a bedroom or a living room where you can add nice bits of furniture or soft textiles and accessories.
Yeah. But I saw on your stories that you found a way to kind of make it your own.
And it was just with some like £2 IKEA tape.
Was it IKEA?
Yes, yeah, it's IKEA.
Ooh.
And it came in a pack of 2. There was this kind of like leopard print pattern and then a pink and a yellow one. And I was just standing here and I thought, why don't I just try kind of like, putting the tape on parts of the panels of the doors in the kitchen, and it kind of worked.
Yeah.
Yeah, so these are some cute little plates I've got. I've got a bit of a collection, but I love these kind of like fornacetti type plates. So eventually I'd quite like to have quite a few more along this wall, but they are kind of like a nice feature to have in a kitchen. And also this originally the grouting wasn't...
I'm glad you reminded me because I completely forgot about that. So I saw this on your stories as well where they were white, weren't they?
Yeah.
The grouting.
And the grout, because when it's white it goes really yellow and brownish and like it's not nice. And you can obviously try and clean them or go over it with a white grout pen. But I spoke to the landlord and managed to convince him to let me colour the grouting in, and it completely changed the look of the kitchen.
It looks really good. It looks like you've actually just put in dark grout already.
No, the grout pens that saved my kitchen. I originally got this really big one, which was a bit too big for my tiles, but they definitely work on other people's tiles.
Okay.
And
so what did you what did you do?
It's literally just a case of having a really steady hand, and then just going over it. And then if it ever went on the, probably not a good.
It's fine.
Maybe a towel.
You could always wipe it off, can't you?
Yeah, and you can just get a cotton bud and go across the tiles if any of it goes onto the tiles.
That is a great way to recycle too.
Well, definitely, and that's kind of the bonus of having a chef for a boyfriend. Any good tins that he's got, I might save them for him if he's doing something with them.
You've also got your plants in them as well. I can see a
Yes,
plant, an
yeah.
aloe vera.
Yes.
I like aloe veras because they're really difficult to kill, don't you find?
Yeah, you can't kill them, nor can you really kill spiders. Basically, all the plants I've got require hardly any kind of like looking after.
Great. Oh, so you're growing your own vegetables. Yeah. Ooh,
so,
lovely.
it's like a mini watermelon, but when you eat it, it tastes like a cucumber.
Oh my god, that's so cool.
So I'm growing some of those.
Like a fruit salad sort of
Yeah,
thing?
kind of, but you can like pickle them or put them in salads. Got a few growing now.
Nice.
Just need to get a little bigger, and they're only mini.
Yeah. What else are you growing? Oh, you got your herbs.
Potentially trying to grow beetroot, but that's not really happening.
Okay.
Got some pickling onions. The basil's nice. That smells nice. Carrots.
So, Maisie, you don't have a black thumb. You obviously have some sort of talent for growing.
I mean, I'm not really green fingered, but I'm trying.
Okay. Are you ready to play Quickfire questions?
So ready.
Okay, let me start. What's your favourite colour?
Black.
What's your favourite blog?
Yours.
Oh, thank you. What makes you laugh the most?
People doing stupid things. I don't know.
What was the last movie you went to see?
Can't remember the last film I watched. Can I do that?
Yes.
This one called Silence.
What was it?
Silence.
Okay, was it good?
Yeah, it's really good. Very long though.
What did you want to be when you were younger?
A vet.
Me too.
Yeah.
Me too. If you could hire someone to help you, would it be with cleaning, cooking, or garden work?
Cleaning.
Me too. If you could only eat one meal for the rest of your life, what would it be?
Something with peas, because I love peas. I know.
Okay. Like mushy peas, stuff like that?
No, it sounds like a petit pois.
Okay. What is the first thing you notice about somebody?
Friendliness, eye contact.
If you were a superhero, what powers would you have?
Fly.
Fly. How many pillows do you sleep with?
1.
What 3 items would you take with you to a deserted island?
Oh, water.
Very practical.
Yep. Something sweet, like a bit of chocolate.
Okay, it would run out though.
Yeah, and it would melt.
Yeah.
My phone.
There's no internet connection. We hope this island has wireless. If it doesn't, then yeah. What was your first job?
Working in a call centre selling alarms.
Oh, okay. How old was you?
I was like 16, 17.
Okay. Which kitchen appliance do you use the most?
Ooh, the kettle.
Yeah, same here. I think for most people in England we use a kettle. And that is the end. Thank you for playing Quickfire Questions.